It's a celebration this morning, Heather B.
Celebration.
It is a celebration this morning, Heather B.
Celebration.
The king remembered in time.
Oh my God.
Hey.
It's here, ladies and gentlemen.
You know what it is.
He was here 10 years ago, but is here
right now.
Right now, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Big K.R.I.T.
Hey. How y'all doing, man? What's up?
Good to see you, man. You look great.
Yes.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm living. I'm enjoying the positivity. This is exciting.
Yo, man, it's like it's radiating off your skin.
Hey,
like,
man,
you
thank you, man.
physically
Thank you, man.
look awesome.
Hey, man, trying to eat better. You know what I'm saying? And dialed a lot of things down. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, it's literally embracing all the positivity that I've been getting throughout the years, for real.
Okay.
Like, and listening to the people that actually believe in me and trust musically in me, and they ain't yes men. So everybody's been like giving me their honest opinion. I've been accepting it, and it's growth. You know, I'm getting older, so I understand a lot more about how I should. Everything is moderation. This is love. It's beautiful.
What was it like prior to that? You didn't accept the.
I was just so focused on like. I just hope you liked it for real. It was one of those situations with the music and or like trying to dodge the negativity so much that you're missing the positivity at the same time.
Wow.
Like I read something that says like for every one negative comment, you need 5 positive ones.
Right.
That's a lot of positive comments you're going to need.
Well, you know
like,
what's interesting too? Like literally like in the universe, there's more dark matter than there is light. So the light can penetrate a lot, but the dark matter can cloud over it easily.
Hey, you just put me on some game.
Look at that. Heather, you all right over
there?
Who said that?
Hold on.
God said let there be light. So it's more light than anything, damn it.
It's stronger.
Yeah.
But the amount. That's what it is. That's why
we're going to have to look that up.
Yo, this is awesome. We already got into one of those conversations.
That's what we do here.
I'm here for the intersection of science and religion. It's cool.
I love it.
But that's what, even listening to this project, it kind of strikes that conversation. It kind of, you're on that frequency. What have you been up to in your personal life?
Man, working, man. And realizing that this is, like, what I do musically, I used to be like, all right, man, I got to get this, I got to do that. It's bigger than me now, right? Multi is a brand, yes, but my family and people that I've met throughout my career that are my family now, like they have their dreams and goals and things they want to do. And so I'm looking at the music thing as like just a vehicle. And now we all putting our dreams and goals in this vehicle, and we gonna use that as fuel. We're gonna drive off and we're gonna do what we want to do separately. Like I want to take care of my block, my city. Like it's so much bigger than me dropping a record. And so once I realized that, it's like, Lord, as long as I keep doing this and I keep being positive and it's quality and I keep growing, I'm gonna be able to hear way more than just me being able to get this house or a car or something. Like, it's way bigger than that.
It's bigger than that. You even got a song dedicated to Mississippi on this project.
Maybe I'm so Southern I sometimes get ignorant people's perceptions of independence. Yeah.
Say that again. That's the acronym?
Yes. Maybe I'm so Southern I sometimes get ignorant people's perception of independence. I'm from Mississippi.
What does that mean?
Maybe I'm so Southern.
I sometimes scare ignorant people's perception of independence.
So what's their perception?
The perception of being so independent that you can get lost in the sauce. Where I'm from, like, we didn't necessarily need to know what was going on outside of us. We dealt with what we dealt with. Your grandparents is growing their own fruits and vegetables, and you know the food is straight from the ground, and this is this, and then the outside world is going through what it's going through. That's the very basics of actually serving yourself and the soul food and the idea of food cooked with love. I think of it musically. When I was making music, I wasn't as concerned what was going outside of me. I wanted to bring people where I was at, which is the very gear of being independent. I had to put my backpack on, my computer, you know what I'm saying, my CDs. I had to drive every other state to prove my independence, to show people what I was doing in my city. And so I feel like Mississippi or any other super country place is the epitome of being independent because nobody knows what you're doing, nobody knows your sound, and you're dedicated to showing them.
Gotcha.
Big K.R.I.T is here. He said he
I'm sorry.
No, keep going.
My bad.
You had to drive around state to state
to prove.
And you have a song called Prove It on this project.
Yes.
Featuring J. Cole.
J. Cole, yeah.
Who you give homage in that last verse, I believe.
Yeah, well, no, yeah, he did. He definitely showed love as far as K.R.I.T was here being a record. Like my project that he heard in 2010. And somebody put him onto that, and he put his homeboy on the Kendrick. So it's one of those situations. But the Prove It record, my 2 verses is more about make sure you get home. You know what I'm saying? If you got your family, your loved ones, and in the society we live in, there's people that just want to take you away from your family.
Yeah.
So it's my particular verse about literally making sure that you teach people, like, if you grieve for me, cool. You don't have to retaliate. You don't have to listen to these as orders, but make sure you get home. Cole's verse was more the roundabout as far as like supporters and people out here that are really are street teams and they going hard for us as entertainers, and they're in the crossfire at the barbershops and with the or the beauty shop or whatever. When people like, nah, I don't really listen to that. Like, no, you need to listen to this. And I feel like Cole paid like homage to Felicia. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's his first fan, and I think that's just him making it rounded as far as like the actual conversation of proving yourself to people.
Feeling this young man right here.
I like it because too, when we talk about proving, like, I'm looking at the whole breakdown, going back a little bit, 2011 with the double XL top freshman, the cover, and it's Meek Mill, Saha the Prince, yourself, Lil Twist, Yellow Roof, Fred the Godson, Mac Miller, YG, Kendrick Lamar.
Damn, they got it right on that one.
That's amazing. Like, that group. Do you feel pressure sometimes when you get that kind of recognition? And from that point forward, did you look at your career a little bit different? Because obviously we spoke about 2010, but then 11, you make this cover and this list. Did you approach things different now that you have this big, attention on you?
Not really. I got on that cover and I was like, Lord, when is my album going to come out? You know what I'm saying? Everybody else had a different kind of backing, maybe a different kind of foundation under them. And for me, it was like, Kanye album coming out. So the building is shut down. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, oh man, like, okay, this is cool, but and then my single comes out September 2011, but my album doesn't come out till June 2012. So it's like that's a long time to be promoting your single. Like, my album's coming, I promise. Like,
you were doing a lot of that. I remember that.
Oh man, it was crazy. And I'm hiding that by saying, hey, sample clearancing, but it's really like, the runway ain't open. It's like 30 other planes before I can take off. And so it's, it is what it is when it comes to the label. But I learned a lot of things by doing that with it, as far as multi is concerned, and having that clear runway and having artists and marketing budgets and sample clearancing. Like, we got that now. I was on Times Square for this album. I never got that with a label. This is because we independent and my team has been moving. Shout out to Dutch, shout out to Steve-O, marketing, BMG, distribution, all that. But it's like we figured it out. Without what I had to deal with when I was with a major.
Big K.R.I.T, man. K.R.I.T is here. That's out right now. DB.
I've always been a fan of the process of making beats on raggedy, cheap equipment and then going into like major studios. And I read that you started with a PlayStation and a karaoke machine.
Yeah, MTV Music Generator.
Right. And a lot of people nowadays, because of technology, has made it easier to do what you want to do. Yeah. But a lot of people don't have the patience of learning the equipment and learning what it takes to make a mastered track and things like that. So can you explain as far as like what did that process teach you from recording on a karaoke machine and a little PlayStation program to where you are now?
I mean, first off, it gave me a different kind of respect for engineers. I mean, I think people downplay what an engineer and a mix engineer really can do to a song. I mean, obviously you can kick a freestyle, you do what you do, they chop it up, you leave, you come back, it sounds like a record because they understand the reverbs, the EQs, the compressors. Even when you yelling in the mic, they know, like, all right, let me dial that down, And so I would tell people, definitely champion the mix engineers and the engineers. Shout out to Michael Wyatt, which is engineered by Wolf. Jason Joshua actually mixed the album because it's important that people understand sonically, I couldn't have done that for myself.
Okay.
Like, I needed people to say, man, your verse, you could do better. And Michael Wyatt, which is engineered by Wolf, literally, I'm in the studio arguing with him. He's like, man, bro, that's cool, but you went harder than I've heard your records, right? And so you need people like that to push you in the studio. Also, production-wise, you definitely have to challenge yourself cadence-wise and with drum patterns. It's easy to get in this comfort zone, 8-bar beat loop, rap. It's cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with it, but you have to figure out a way to keep people engaged. Every song now, it might be 2 minutes and 20 seconds. That's cool, but when you go do a tour or a show, like, people want an experience. That's the 3-minute, 4-minute songs where you have the breakdown, the drums, the band can do something with it. Like, it's musicality, like crescendos and stuff, like, you know.
Crescendos, my man.
That fool said right. Like, we don't use that word.
They don't use
dynamics.
That. Yeah, dynamics. Theatrics.
Yeah, let's go. Blue Flame Ballet.
There it is, right? This album, I listened to the album before I even checked the credits, right? And then saw, Rico Love, saw Murder Beats, all these different producers you worked with.
Yeah.
And every track is like something different. Yeah. And I was noticing from you that you weren't falling into certain patterns that might have been your signature patterns.
Exactly.
I see you doing a lot of dynamics in what you're doing as a writer. Having so many different producers, did that help elevate your writing game, or how did that affect you as an artist?
I would say it definitely helped, because when I'm producing for myself, I know what I'm gonna say on this record.
Right.
But as soon as I use that cowbell and that snare, and I got that sample rolling, and that tempo is 82, between 77 and 82, I know what's gonna happen. But when you get in with another producer, they're like, "Oh man, you do the song," and they're like, "Man, I really didn't hear it like that." And it's like, well, how did you hear it? And the great thing is I'm working with people like, well, I really heard it being on some more island, maybe sports kind of theme. Like, Energy was one of them situations I walk in and Danger made the beat. Rico already had the concept hook. He was like, man, do something worldly. I'm like, man, Energy, I'm like, man, I got you. It's like, nah, do something more worldly. Then I'm looking at the room and my homie's like, I got to flip my cadence up. This has to be different. This has to feel like everybody would say this.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking around, like, I'm saying out loud, but it's not like words, but it's like more mumbling, like, man, what if I, all right, like that cadence. Hey, yeah. I like that cadence. And then it's like, all right, but now I put words to it while writing, not freestyling. And then I curate this actual record where everybody will feel it. Everybody will understand the wordplay and everybody can get with it. And so I was like, okay, this is a collective effort. Music is a collective thing. I can't just be in my comfort zone anymore.
I like that, man. Big K.R.I.T. And even
That's
listening
real.
to that song, I the first time I heard Energy, I saw myself in a stadium or in a crowd.
Yep.
Right, like this is a song that when they hear this on stage, you're gonna have the whole crowd singing this one here. Big K.R.I.T. is here. 888-742-3345. You want to talk to him? Give us a call. He got a hot one here, have to be.
Cake.
Yeah.
Got a hot one, man.
That's dope.
It's interesting, an artist's journey, because can we touch on what we just talked about?
Yeah, we can. Let's go.
Okay. Big K.R.I.T., for example, somebody who's been highly respected. You just don't know what a person is going through. You don't know what they're trying to figure out. In their personal life, in their professional life. You don't know that, even though you've seen them on tour, you've seen them on videos, that man's struggling financially.
Yeah.
Right.
And you went through that.
Yes.
You went through getting the big advance, and by the time the next year comes, you
You
broke.
broke, yeah.
But you still got to do your rounds.
Yeah.
You and Dutch hanging out looking like y'all got money, ain't got shit.
Right.
Cake.
Oh yeah. Oh no, man. So the beauty of it is a lot of people you see around me now is because we became like you working in your business partners, but you become family when y'all like, hey man, I ain't got it today. And I'm like, hey man, well, how we gonna figure this out? Is there some verses come through or something? It's like, nah, ain't nothing come through. Like, man, so I gotta choose between the gas money and the food. Like what I'm doing, like you got the tour bus, was like, boy, like the card is not going through. You know what I'm saying?
Card is canceled.
But it's one of those situations where I think like it was like a learning thing. Like, I bet this is still a grind. This is you own a label, but this is independent grind again. And so once you figure out how to keep that bus rolling, you figure out how to get that food, get that gas, and still invest in yourself, and then the put out is way greater. It's like, man, you're like, this is way better than owing somebody an enormous amount, and you don't even know why.
Yeah.
Like, I know why I was broke, because I put all my money into my album, and then I ain't had nothing. Then the album come out, then people support, then we go on tour, and then everything's good.
Yep.
Not like, oh, my album ain't came out yet, and I'm broke already.
Yeah.
Like, whoa, or I owe so much that when the album come out, I'm not gonna get anything back.
Yeah.
And we just gonna be like, well, that's just an album. You know what I'm saying? What's the next one? You
It's
know?
like a student loan, damn.
Oh yeah, Sally Mae is everywhere.
Everywhere. And then along the way, you got to deal with being in the public eye, but also going through your personal journey. And you got an amazing song with Lil Wayne in my Bay Area queen, Sweetie,
she killing it too.
called Addiction.
Yeah.
And what kind of addictions did you develop along the way?
I mean, you know how that bottle was.
That bottle was,
yeah. The first 8 bars is really about the bottle, and everything else kind of flows. But as an artist, I can do that, you know. But yeah, like the record in itself. Shout out to Rico Love for being able to get in the studio. He was in the studio with Sweetie and able to get her on the record. My manager Dutch was in a room at the right time to chop it up with Wayne manager, and Wayne was able to jump on the record because his schedule was crazy, and it's like this Voltron forming thing. But for the most part, man, not only is hip hop has become my addiction as well, like making music, staying in the studio. I haven't lived the life that I thought I would have been able to live because I'm always working. I'm always like available to do this. And so I've been trying to kind of dial that down a little bit, experience things. And then, that bottle.
You have any current new addictions, or would you say? Or you still
it's still me trying to, it's the battle of seeing where I think I should be and then being comfortable with where I'm at now and then realizing that this is a great space. It's a positive space. But the competitive side peeks in every so often.
Okay.
I'm like, man, hold on. I need to compete. Oh, that came out. This happened. Boom, boom, boom. And I have to like kind of dial myself down.
Who in terms of the competitiveness, the friendly competitiveness?
Friendly.
Yeah, okay. There's no such thing.
Damn.
Okay.
Now, that friendly is real, but there's another competitive side to hip hop now. They ain't so friendly.
Well, but who you looking at? Who you looking at like, they killing it right now. I got to make sure I kill it.
That's rough. I mean, I was always gonna be Cole and Kendrick. Them the homies.
Those are homies. Yeah.
Well, I already know. And then Kendrick put everybody on to me on that whole verse he did, Control.
Yeah.
So people know, but Mount Olympus came out. People know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But then Rhapsody is a monster too, and so in the studio. So I know where she's at. So I'll never just take her lightly because she'll body you.
Damn, I like you don't even gender. You don't care about what gender you are.
It's hip hop. What does that matter? What are you talking about? Megan Thee Stallion body you? No, I will be careful. I will be out here. You gotta tread lightly.
It's a lot of female artists that are coming. Young Devin a body you. She just graduated
Tierra Whack just went crazy on IG. I was like, okay, I know.
I heard Asian Doll on this track with Ferg recently, spitting bars.
Hey man, this is the Wild Wild West.
It's the Wild Wild West.
You can get bodied easy.
Who produced Addiction?
Don Corleone.
Don Corleone. Yeah.
Now I ain't gonna front, man. That particular record is like it was late. It was like 12 o'clock at night, and we in LA, and I'm like on Atlanta time, so I'm tired. Right? Rico's super excited, like Don Corleone said this record, bro. We got to do this right now, and I'm like, bro, I'm burnt. And then he played it. And then hook concept come in, and I'm like, all right, I gotta write this. It took me forever. Like people going to sleep, all that, but I was like, man, I gotta execute. You know what I'm saying? And so I feel like that again is what happens when you're working with people and the energy that comes in the room. I was like, you know what? I got one more verse in me. Because if I was at the crib and I was in my comfort zone, I'd be like, I'll finish this tomorrow. And I might lose that spark that would make it what it is. And so everybody was there like, nah, you gotta finish this, dog.
Told him, dive in, this shit feel like water. Dive in, this shit feel like water.
You like that, Heather B?
Got a smasher.
That's Addiction right there. Feature Lil Wayne, the Bay Area Queen, Saweetie. Big K.R.I.T is here. Big K.R.I.T is here. That's the project. It's out now. We got a lot of people on the phone lines. Okay. I want to get to as many as possible. Quick question, quick answer. Let's start in Florida. V-Tech, what up?
What's goody?
Yo.
Hey, what's going on? Man, it's something about you that really brought me through so much from 2014. But my one question to ask you is, when you first got into the music game, what made you stick? Because a lot of people, they're never consistent with their music and they're never consistent with their craft. What made you get in and say, you know what, this is me, I'm going to do it regardless of what I go through. This is what I'm going to do. Man,
well, it gave me a voice, brother. I mean, that's all I really wanted in the beginning, like to tell people about where I was from, what I was going through. And music gave me a voice. And then once I realized people were listening, it was the conversations I was having with people out, like just out and about. And I realized that the music and the way I was feeling, other people were feeling that way as well. And this is, pre people really understanding anxiety and depression. When I dropped the Vent, it was about my grandmother, right? And I was like, all right, I need this to be on the album. And then there was so many people that understood what I was going through at the time and be like, yo, that got me through something, while it was also getting me through at the same time. And I realized, like, man, music is so powerful. And if you be yourself, if you're consistent with that and you grow, then the people will grow with you, because we all going through life and experiences, and whether you just got out of college or you just got married, or we all dealing with emotional things, man. And I feel like as long as I put that in my music, I'm going to have the kind of support, and I'm going to be able to do this in a positive space. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you, V-Tech, man. You're a citizen.
Sway in the morning.
Ruben from New Orleans. Go ahead, Ruben.
Yeah, 2001, one day. Fuck yeah.
Hey, make sure that don't happen again, Snacks.
Winning the lottery too much.
As many times as I need to, goddammit. Anyway, Big K.R.I.T.
Yo.
Bro, been a big fan of yours, bro, for the fucking longest.
Appreciate it, bro.
My question to you, the song Here. I've seen the video. The video dope as shit.
Okay.
So what was your message behind that song?
Oh man, my independence and my freedom. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really me celebrating all that in that record. Shout out to DJ Camper for producing it. I mean, I know you saw the Deacon spin, you know what I'm saying? And so in the video, so it's really me just being free of a lot of the pressure that I had as far as being on the label or with putting out music, man, and just really creating from a space where I'm happy, I'm excited, and I'm competing with myself. That's kind of the best thing to be.
All right, thanks for your call, Ruben. Alex from Cali, good morning. How you doing?
Doing well. Thank you, Sway, so much, man. Long-time listener, first-time caller, Big K.R.I.T, man. 2010, 2011. Hey. I remember Currency and working with all that. So much. I grew with you, bro. Like, your music, it changed a lot. Like, drinking sessions on the last album, man, that shit, it hits real hard, bro. And I know you feel like maybe you're underrated or whatnot, but you're greatly appreciated. I swear I always talk about you anytime I'm at the barbershop, anytime. I'm talking about you. Big K.R.I.T, underrated. Mount Olympus, that shit goes fucking.
Hey, Alex, quick question, quick answer, buddy. Go ahead. What's that question?
Why did you switch up the beat on Mount Olympus?
Why? Because I was producing it and I could, and I just wanted to show people that I could flip it. You know what I'm saying? That a lot of that comes from 3 6 Mafia, man. Shout out to them. Like every time Juicy J verse would come on, the beat would switch up. And so it's a part of my DNA as far as a producer that by the second verse or the third verse, I'm gonna flip the beat. I can't help it.
Yeah, and it's fun like that. Like no one asks that when it gets to sicko mode.
Yeah, it keeps people engaged, like musically.
Exactly.
Like yeah.
Show off.
All right, Alex, you're a citizen. Great
Sway
question.
in the morning.
Julius in Minneapolis. What's your question? Real quick, go. Just hit him with the question.
Hey, what's up, bro?
What's good, brother?
Hey, so I'm just calling to see what made you rap that Small as a Giant?
I lost a beat battle at this production. Like it was a producer competition that happened at Apache in Atlanta. And I knew my beats was jamming, but the cat that went on stage, like he had on a Jason mask, way more animated than me. And his beats had crazy breakdowns, but I was a rapper at the time, so I knew like there's no way a rapper could rap on any of these. I'm playing beats that you could actually rap on, and I lost. And then I literally went back to my partner crib because I was staying with different people at the time, sleeping on the couches, and I wrote As Small as a Giant.
All right, thanks for your call, man. Dominic from Houston, what's your question?
Hey, Dom.
Hey.
How you doing? How you doing, family? I want to speak on the song Every Time that you have on the album.
Okay.
You speak on competing with yourself, and you've never been one to shy away from your trials and tribulations.
Yeah.
I wanted to know when going through those situations, was there ever a time where you doubted yourself when you're trying to compete with yourself?
No doubt. I mean, well, first off, shout out to Baby Rose. Wallace Lane produced the record. Baby Rose is actually the amazing singer on it. Live from the Underground didn't get the response that I wanted as far as people that were critics at the time that I respected, and that put me in a position where I was like, man, maybe I shouldn't be doing this, because I produced the whole album. I knew I was being country, southern, trying to bring people to the South, but there was missteps in it and the timing of it, and it kind of put me in a funk where I was like, maybe this isn't for me. But now I was able to come back with K.R.I.T Forever's in my long time, and here we are now. K.R.I.T is here, so it's all good, man. Keep rocking.
K.R.I.T is here, Dominic. Tracy G.
K.R.I.T, I know in the past you've spoken about your girl being a very positive person and being able to switch you from the dark side over to your light side. Are you guys still together?
No.
Okay. So now my follow-up question is, when we were speaking about different addictions, you know what I mean? Can you speak about how being in a relationship that can either help with an addiction or it can hinder it?
That's interesting. Well, I would say music is a relationship for me as well, and it's always going to be there for me. It's waiting on me. The relationships that I have outside of that, even with that particular one, you deal with a lot of insecurities in the music industry. Be it the pressure from dropping an album, be it you going on tour, or you went on tour and you got all this positivity, and the person that you're with has to deal with the time frame and actually seeing each other and being around each other. The woman I was with was a superhero too. Like, she's a superhero. I think of it from that perspective, and so I feel like it was almost like that movie with Will Smith, Hancock. But together we weren't superheroes at the moment. You know what I'm saying? But separately, we become superheroes in our time. And I think we just needed that space. I was dealing with way too much pressure as far as wanting to put out an album, trying to figure out what the album's gonna do, touring, taking care of my family, helping my family as much as possible, my mental health, and then trying to be in a healthy relationship. That's not easy.
It's a lot.
That's not easy, and I don't think people talk about it as much. And then I'm bringing my work home, because I can't help myself. Like, oh man, this happened today, and I gotta talk about it. I'm finna rap about it. I'm finna make a beat about it, and that doesn't make for a healthy relationship at the time. And I'm learning a lot of lessons with that. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy, but I still love her. Don't worry.
Yeah, I appreciate your honesty and transparency on that. Where was she from again?
She from. Here you go. She's from the Bay.
No. There it is.
She's from the Bay, and she's an amazing singer.
There it is.
Mar Ruby. Why not?
All right,
cool. She deserves that. She's a superhero.
Queen shit.
Absolutely. Big K.R.I.T Is Here. The album is K.R.I.T Is Here. Last time you came, yeah. You remember last time you came?
Yeah, I remember last time I was here, man.
Promise me something.
I remember, but I did that. Last time I was here, I actually did. I know what you're getting at. There was I remember Wonder looking at me like, ha.
Yeah, you know, Wonder's over there by the turntables.
I know he is, man. Wonder doesn't age.
You know, look at him, man.
Wonder looks like South by Southwest 2010.
Yeah, just waiting.
Wonder be at Disney World.
What you want to tell
him? My
what
God,
you want to say to him? Wonder, what's
man.
your question for him, man? Since you sitting over there by the tables, man.
I think remember K.R.I.T when we were in the basement.
Oh my God. Yeah.
That South by Southwest house.
Yeah.
Currency was upstairs.
Yeah.
And then all you were doing was working on beats. You were so hungry. All you wanted to do was rap.
Don't do that.
Now look where you are, man.
Oh, and the hunger hasn't changed, man. Y'all just a different kind of pressure.
The hunger ain't changed, man. Hold up, man. The hunger ain't changed.
Let's go, K.R.I.T.
He just said the hunger didn't change, y'all.
Nah, I need something else though.
Okay, all right, okay, cool, good.
You know who I be rocking with? The homie Flip De Niro, man.
Flip De Niro?
He play his
okay, cool.
There's a record he did.
The K.R.I.T Is Here. K.R.I.T Is Here. You have an amazing album. While he's looking that up,
oh my God!
Talk about murder
leave
too.
Me alone.
So was Rico in murder or like and who?
What on Rico and Danger is like?
Excuse me,
Danger.
Yeah,
Danger. was a huge part. Rico, Love, and my manager Dutch executive produced the album. First off,
okay.
I'm talking about all the producers real quick. Danger, DJ Camper, Tay Beast, Wallace Lane, Wolf the Michaels, Khalil, Music Major. Who else produced? I produced one on that thing. Shout out to the homie Bird. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm looking at it. No, I got them all right.
Got it all
I got them all right.
Okay.
I got them all right. You know what I'm saying? Huh? Oh, Don Corleone, Addiction. If y'all heard that voice, that was Dutch.
They put together an amazing project. I want all our citizens, because the phones are still lit up, man.
Yep.
I'm putting my stamp on this one, my stamp of approval.
Oh,
I'm going out on the edge with this.
Hey,
it's easy to do though. You know, it's easy to bet on the winner.
Let's go.
Come on, Big K.R.I.T, man. Ain't nothing changed, man. Welcome to the Valley of the Hyenas. I wonder. Drop that beat on them. Sway the Morning, Shade 45, home of the true MC.
Oh my God.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
Man.
Oh, I love this right here, man. This braids it clean.
Yeah. Man, this Roller Hill real. Your house cost my grill. My house ain't your crib. Y'all ain't do what I did. Chevy caught up with the foreign like motherfucker engine. I just paid your pension off in Magic City. She a real magician, rabbit in the hat. Look at what she hit it. Closed curtain in the back. In the kitchen with a spatula. Still whipping up a batch. On lock like a latch. I got a post move with a hook shot. Got them boxed in like a match. Spent enough time on the ground. Now I'm like, motherfucker, what a hatch. Out of here, gone. Got hang time like a drone. On the sideline, got a side chick that side bet when I want. Y'all niggas out here fucked up. My niggas out here blessed up. Swear I'm the flyest nigga in the club and I ain't even had to dress up. Went from sleeping on the block. Now I'm checking for the stock. Now I'm whipping candy coated color, changing rainbow, painted drop. Sideways, no kickstand. When I pull up, hop out. What a hoe. On stage, no show. Bottle server with the sparklers and the firework, no foe. I've been cooking that since the A-Dats, talking way back, no foe. Stirred up whipping, my nigga said, man, this shit really hitting. My nigga said, man, this shit really hitting. And I replied, nigga, we gon' make millions, gone. Got a foreign for the haters. Hit a DJ for the mix. Bottle server for the click. 2 for the sip. Multi-gang, the roller was better all plain Jane. I came up from nothing trying to maintain. Nowadays, nigga, really can't complain. Honda sumo, fat pocket, jump dog, hopscotch and kick a freestyle and get the top and suck me off, man. It sound like I'm beatboxing. Turn it up, whoa. I'm a pop when it come off the stove with dope in the color of soap and the things in my window like Crystal. Please open the door. Whole flow on the see the grill, no flare, dark skin, see the grill, iced out like an Eskimo in the wintertime, champagne chill in the snow glow with a stove off, with the heat on, swimming with a seal, over their head like a Kevin Bill, capital K with no cap for real. Young Chris.
I ain't said this in a long time, but you whack rappers, I hate you because I love Big K.R.I.T. He'll take your style, make your style better. Add it to his style, and now we got a totally new style.
Oh, my God.
You saw what he did to that beat. He destroyed it.
Can I get Can't Knock the Hustle?
Come on, man. Can't knock the hustle.
Can I get the Can't Knock
the hustle?
Can I get Can't Knock the Hustle?
Oh, we going again. Oh, you are. Okay.
Just give me a second.
People act like rapping ain't a thing no more.
Can I get Kane out the hustle?
One day ain't want him to stop anyway.
Big K.R.I.T just showed you that you still got to rap in this game. Still got to have bars. You still got to have a style.
I love this instrumental.
Yeah, this
Come
shit
on,
is
man.
crazy.
Drop that one. This Sway in the Morning Shade 4-5. Yeah, this is for the true MCs.
Yeah.
Big K.R.I.T is here. We love you, man.
Catch another body, K.R.I.T.
Yeah. Ahead of the curve. Fuck what you heard. They bit off my flow. Auction my words. I'm about minus the verbs. Ain't even drinking, I still swerve and I swing. Like fuck pain. I'm chasing the sun like what rain. The doors and the top off, exposing what boss costs. I see with my mind's eye, I should be a cyclops. Singing the key of life, unlocking the lockbox. Pandora like Rolex, some shit you just can't watch. I am the end all, some shit you just can't stop. Spilling too much drip, some shit you just can't block. V54, the funds. It takes giant steps to get where I'm from. You shoveling your grave to dig what I've done. Like a spectator judging the fights that I won. Hold on.
That's good thus far, brother.
Hold on. Yeah. Fuck me over once and I'm good. The same thing for my family. Best we make that understood. Hold on.
Take your time with it. Let that breathe. You heard that.
It's good.
Oh, hold up.
Yes. I'm gonna wait on it, man.
Taking money out my pocket like taking food out my mouth. You worried about a bridge, bitch? I burn down your house. Gasoline douse and sit back, get my dick sucked. From a chick, once she bust, she can get up, clean the house to pick up, then head home to a nigga. Oh, man, I'm sorry. Now I'm like, I'm sorry. Like it's
it ain't no sorry, man. You giving them something to think about. I like when you stop for us to breathe on it for a second and just come back with it, man.
Yeah, she act like wifey, so I let her play the part. Yeah, she act like wifey, so I let her play the. Damn, I'm sorry. No. I can't do these verses. I'm sorry.
You can't do them yet?
Oh, no, not this
cool.
one.
Okay. You killed that other one, though. Shit.
I'm sorry.
Whatever it is, it sounds good as fuck. I thought it was your style. I thought
that
you was
me
making us think about it.
Fuck no. No, okay. That was me actually writing in my head. Shout out to Smoke Dizzle, man. My bad, bro.
Absolutely. Big K.R.I.T, ladies and gentlemen.
Big K.R.I.T.
You want to try it again? We'll play a song.
Hell no. Sorry. Sorry. I was attempting. I was like, you know what? The vibe was right. Everybody in this motherfucker excited. I was like, man, I'm a freestyler. Keep it going. I was like, shit. Go get that album.
Yeah, there it is. K.R.I.T here. Hey, man.
So,
oh my God.
You one of those people
that can fuck up on a freestyle and still be excited.
Well, it didn't sound like a fuck up though.
No, it didn't.
Here's the thing though.
Man, I could have.
You didn't fuck up.
Shit.
It wasn't a fuck up. Cause
it sounded fly.
It sounded dope. Like you was hitting us with a few bars. Think about it.
No.
A few bars. Think about it.
And then that brain was like, nah, bro, we ain't got nothing wrong with that one.
But and our brain was like, yo, this shit sounded dope.
Now, this is me being honest, transparent.
I ain't mad at that.
Yes.
But that's what makes you. You're more than just an MC. K.R.I.T is bigger than rap.
Yeah.
You family to us.
Thank you.
You know, and I'm happy to see you survive.
Oh, bro, it's beautiful.
You know, we've been through a few eras, Heather and I. We've seen a lot of folks come and go.
Yeah.
And to see you sustain, that let us know what we thought in the first place. There's something special about you, man. Never give it up, and we need you in this, bro.
I'm here.
And you keep evolving, man. Keep evolving. I'm coming to the tour this time.
It's gonna be crazy.
I already know. Who on it with you? Anybody?
I can't talk about that yet.
Thank you.
I said it on. I said I said it on IG Live the other day, and I was so glad that Dutch wasn't paying attention at the time because he probably was like, "Whoa, what the fuck?"
Damn, Dutch. Yeah, she's still playing that role, man. Come on, man. Let's live, baby. Come on, man.
Nah,
give us one person on the tour.
No.
Just one. No.
Dutch, it's on Dutch. Yo, bro, freestyle Dutch. Who's the person?
Come on,
they'll
man.
freestyle. Who's on tour?
Come on, Dutch.
See how it is?
Man, you still bottled up, man. Let it go, man. Y'all been through the storm, baby.
Dutch, I got cake.
You said
where the cake?
Where the cake at?
Yo,
let me tell you something.
Let it breathe.
Where the cake at?
Hey, bro, you want to tell him who on the tour, Dutch?
Like one person?
One person?
Like the first opener.
But nah, it's like it's different. We're like, nah, you Dutch, you can't. He just pointed the mic at you, bro.
The mic is on,
The
Dutch.
mic is on, Dutch.
You know you're not on the phone right now. So.
Hey, Dutch,
you want to
pick the next song we play off the album? You want to pick the
Who's
next?
on the tour, bro?
Big K.R.I.T.
Oh, my God.
And
from the South of Love tour. Get your tickets at bigkrit.com/tour.
Damn, Dutch, man. He ain't changed. You changed. Dutch ain't changed.
Hey, man, look.
Dutch hasn't evolved.
I grew my hair out to prove that we ain't twins.
Yeah, I know, because I thought y'all were.
Yeah.
Hey, Dutch, you picked a song we play on the way out, man. What song off the album would you like to hear?
Let's go into I've Been Waiting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Produced by Music Major.
Okay. Crick, congratulations, man.
Thank you.
See you on tour, brother.
Cake,
bro.
no cake. The cake just
Don't get Dutch no cake. All right. Gina Torres is coming up in 10 minutes. Sway in the Morning, Shade 405. Here we go.
I've been